What's up, sixth grade? How are you guys doing? Today we are going to talk about project number 2. This is going to be our All About Me slides project. To get started today, I want to see the following things open on your computers. First, I want to see your classroom tab open. This presentation that we are going to be going through on the video, I also want to see it open on your computer. Your Google presentation, All About Me project sheet, which you will find in Google Classroom. Your All About Me rubric, which you will find in Google Classroom. And then finally, to simplify things, open up your drive now so that you can get straight into things as we go through it in the video. So I'll give you a second, pause here, make sure all of these tabs are open so that you can go through with us. And we're back. All right, so you got all your tabs open. You're ready with me. Let's get set to go. So I'm going to come back here to this presentation real quick. We're going to run through the presentation, talk about how to use Google Presentations, and also known as slides. And then I'm going to show you some of the tips and tricks in slides itself in just a moment. So what do you need to be able to do for this presentation? Everything is going to be right in here in your presentation sheet. But we also have a lot of the finer points in this presentation set up for us. So let's check it out. All right, creating your All About Me presentation, a lesson on using Google Slides. So in this lesson, we will learn how to create a new presentation, choose a theme, rename your presentation, navigate Google Slides, add and delete slides, add text to slides, add media, things like photos, videos, and add animations to your slide. So we're going to check these things out. Let's get going. Creating a new presentation. This is super simple, straight from your Drive tab. When you're in Drive, you're going to click New up in the top left, and then you're going to go down to Google Slides. So again, this is the exact same process that we went through with Google Docs, but instead of going New, Google Docs, New, Google Slides. Pretty easy. We can figure it out. From here, I want to give you a heads up because this is going to look a little different for you. From here, you're going to go into choosing a theme. Themes are super important in presentations because they're the backgrounds which carry out your presentation and make everything look similar. Without themes, presentations tend to look super disarrayed, confusing. We don't really know what's going on. So when you log in, off to the right side of your screen, over here when you start new slides, you're going to see a small window which allows you to pick your theme. As you go through, you'll select a theme, and essentially it's going to keep something similar throughout all of your presentation. Not every slide is going to look the exact same, right? And we'll talk about the differences in slides in just a minute, but it's the colors, it's the text. These are the things that build our theme. Okay, you have your theme set up. Next thing you're gonna need to do, just like we talked about with Docs, go ahead and name your presentation. All About Me presentation, first name, last name. All right, so we're here. We're into Google Slides. We know what's going on. And now I want to talk to you guys a little bit about just some of the new tools that we didn't see in Docs and how this is all set up. So 2 big areas that you guys need to know. Along the left side of your screen, go back. All right, along the left side of your screen, you're going to see your slides navigation section. This is where you're going to see all the slides that you have made. So they're going to pop up right over here along the left side. If you have 7 slides, you're going to see 7 things pop up here. Right now, we've only made 1. That's why we only see 1. Over here, you are going to see your active slide. This is a slide that you are currently working on. And up across the top, we're going to see all of our editing tools, including this bar right here, which looks awfully similar to what we saw in Google Docs. And guess what? It does pretty much the exact same thing. So from here, we got to talk about how to add and delete slides. Let me try to get myself out of the way for you. All right, to add slides, up in the top left-hand corner under File, you're going to see this plus button. If you just click the plus button, it's going to create what it assumes you want your next slide to look like. But there's also this little drop down next to the plus button. And if you click on the drop down, we get all of these different types of slides that we can be using. All right. To delete a slide, on the other hand, you're going to go back to that slide selection screen over on the left, this one. Select a slide, and you know you selected it when you see the blue ring around it. And then you're just going to click the backspace key on your keyboard, and that will delete the slide. All right, next we got to get to what we're doing on the slides. How do we add text? Whenever you start a new slide, you're typically going to have at least two text boxes, your title box and your body box. Whichever box you click in is the box that you will be typing in. So if I were to click up here, this would be me typing in my title box. If I were to click down here, this would be me clicking or typing in my body box. When we do changes to our text, we do it by box. So if you're in your title box and you're messing with font size, it's only going to mess with the font size in your title box. It's not going to mess with font down here. All right. Both of these are going to operate totally independently of each other. And changing text in one does not change the text in the other. All right. And this takes us to our last little bit. We've gone through creating slides. We've gone through basic text editing. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is bringing in images and video. And this part I'm actually going to hold off on until we look at a slide ourselves. And then last but not least, add animations. Again, let's go into slides ourselves. Let's start figuring this out. Let's play and see what we can come up with. All right, guys, I'm cutting, I'm pasting, we're moving all around. That wasn't working out, so we're coming back here, picking up at this point. What I want you guys to do now, we're going to go ahead, go to Drive, and you guys are going to create a new presentation. We're going to go through all that other stuff in just 1 second, but I want you to go back into your Drive and go New, Google Slides, Presentation, and then we are going to pick up from this point. So now that we're into Google Slides, what I want to talk about is setting up our basic functions. You see over here on our right is our themes window. So this is where we can go through and select which theme we want to use. For my All About Me project, I want something that reflects my personality in a way. And I like to think of myself as a pretty professional guy, kind of straightforward with things like that. But you know, I like to have a little bit of fun with some things too. So let's do... yeah, this one looks all right to me. I like that. So I'm going to select my theme. I'm going to close out my themes window, and I'm back here. Notice everything we talked about before. On the left, we still see our our slides navigation. In the middle, we still see our primary slide. I'm going to title this All About Me. And then I'm going to put in the second box on the slide, I'm going to put my name. Once we have it all set up, we're going to come up here and under Untitled Presentation, we're going to do All About Me, and then we're going to add our name. And then always remember, at this point, you want to share with Mr. Comas. So we can go forward from there, all right? Look, I just shared it with myself. Should be good to go. Now, next we want to add a slide. Remember what we talked about before? To add a slide, we just come up here to this plus button. And then you're going to go to, there's two ways of doing it. You can just hit the plus button. It adds a generic slide, what it thinks you want next. Or you can do this drop down and you have all of the different types of layouts. All right. So all the different types of layouts that are here. Okay. For your project, you're going to need a couple different layouts. So we'll talk about these a little bit more. We're not going to focus on them too much. My first slide, let's say, is going to be my favorite. All right, so I want to do my favorite movie for my first slide. Now, I'm just going to show you some of the things that we didn't get to talk about before in the slideshow that I wanted to talk about now. My dog wanted to say hi. Hi, Roz. Hi, Roz. All right, guys. Sorry, my dog interrupted us. We're back to it, talking about my favorite movie and where we were at. So we wanted to bring in a clip or an image from my favorite movie. We went down to the Explore button. Let's put up one more time for us real quick. We went down to the Explore button so that we could figure out how to add an image or a video to our slideshow. From here, once we're in Explore, we're going to search for Wayne's World. That was my favorite movie as a kid. So as I look at it, I can get this quick information about it. I can get images from it. Ooh, and I can't get many images, it doesn't seem like. Let's use this one. I'm going to drag it up, position it where I wanted it. But what else? I don't have any videos here. If you want to insert a video into your slideshow, you can do that really easily. But it's the one thing that you can't do from the Explore feature. To insert a video, you're going to go up to Insert, come down to Video, and then you pop up here as a YouTube search window. So now that we're here, I'm just going to say Wayne's World. That. And let's see if we can find let's see if we can find the old trailer for it. We're going to organize our slide, move some things around, and here we go. So now, when I give my presentation, I will be able to pull up a video from one of my favorite movies, a trailer from one of my favorite movies, and share that with the class. Over here in my text box, I'm going to give us a little bit of information about my favorite movie. So my favorite movie is Wayne's World. First saw it when I was 10 years old. I loved the movie right away. All right, so obviously this doesn't look like a very complete slide. We can do some things here where we could rearrange our text. We could change the size of our text to fill it in. 18 is certainly not enough. Let's try 48. Whoa, way too much, way too much. 30, boom, that looks perfect. We now have a very complete slide that, when we click present, really fills up nicely and looks good. We can click play on our video. It goes straight through. It is perfect. So from here, here's what I want you guys to do. Pause that. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to go back to your assignment sheet. Move this up real quick. I want you guys to go back to your assignment sheet. So that's going to be your Google presentation project, all about me. Look through your assignment sheet, creating title slide, all this. And I want you guys to get to work on your slideshow. I want you to go all the way through, create everything off of here. What you're going to see is at the top, here are your requirements for your presentation, the things that have to be on your slideshow to demonstrate that you know how to use Google Slides. And then down here, here are the ideas for your slides in your All About Me presentation. With that being said, you guys get to work. Keep being awesome. Mr. Comas is out.